friends. So we are continuing to learn about Paul Cezanne, and he was an artist who did a lot of still lifes, especially the apples. And still lifes being things that sit down for us, that are still, so that we can draw them, right? Because remember in the book, Cezanne was really mad when people would move. So he liked to draw things that wouldn't move, right? And so we are going to make our own art that's kind of inspired by him. So we have the 4 apples here. And you're also going to notice that my apples are red, orange, yellow, green. These are analogous colors. These are colors that are next to one another on the color wheel. So we're going to focus on that also today. So today, what you can do is you can look up an apple, right? And, oh, not apple ink. Oops, silly me. You're going to look up an apple, and that way you can look up all of the images of a real apple, not the brand, right? So if I look up a real apple, I can draw from that. If you have an apple at home, or if we have an apple in front of us, that could even be easier too. And you're going to draw 4 apples, right? Now these apples, you can have leaves to them if you want, but we're trying to make them look as real as we can. And if you want some of them to be touching the others, right, or behind the others, you definitely can. I think that it's really fun to have different kinds, right? So if you want to go and look to see what some other apples look like, that would be really cool too. So after I have my 4 apples, right, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to draw the background. So obviously these apples can't be just sitting up in the air or floating. They have to sit on a table, right? So we're going to draw a line going across for that. And now we're going to draw some kind of lines for the background. We can do wavy, we can do horizontal, diagonal, anything like that. I personally really love my zigzag lines, and the zigzag lines we might have to erase a little bit along the way, right? So I'm gonna have my zigzag lines going all the way up, and then I also am gonna have some wavy lines down here too. So I have my wavy lines. The last part is we're just going to add some dots in between. And these dots are just, sorry if you hear that my dog and my husband are playing upstairs. We're just having some dots in between here. And these are just to add some detail, right? We're not trying to have a lot of detail here, but just some was fun, right? And that's it for today. You're just drawing your apples, and then you're drawing your background, because that does take a while, especially if you're really working hard to make sure that your apples look realistic. And that's what we're gonna do today. I hope that you guys had fun with this. Bye, my friends. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a black marker or Sharpie, whatever you have, and you're gonna trace everything you drew. Okay, that includes the apples, any leaves, and the background, right? So the tracing is just gonna help you guys kind of achieve that really bright, bold look that I really would love to see for you guys. And the bright, bold look is gonna be something that makes it exciting and just kind of fun, right? Next time we're going to talk about analogous colors, and we've talked a little bit about this before. Analogous colors being the ones that are next to one another on the color wheel. And our biggest thing is that we're not drawing, you know, colors that we don't see in apples, right? But we're also making sure that every color is ones that we see the other ones on. Not doing very good tracing this today, am I? And that's all we're gonna do for today, okay? We're just tracing what we already drew, all right? I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye, friends. All right, so now it's time for the analogous colors. So I'm gonna start with red on my first apple. And what's the next color that comes after red in the rainbow? It's orange. And that's it. That's all we have to think about while we are coloring, right? We have to think, okay, after this color in the rainbow, what do I have, right? And if you just think about, oh, I only have to color red, orange, yellow, green, easy, right? Super easy to think about. So after we do that, we can just focus on coloring the fun little details that we have here on our apples. So if we want to have our leaves be a brighter green, we can do that. I'd like you to color in with markers this time around. I think it's just brighter that way, especially for Paul Cezanne's beautiful art that he made. And then I have to think about my background. My background, I like for your top and your bottom to be different. Your table where they're sitting on to be different than the back of that. So if you want to do purple in the bottom and then like a blue on the top, go for it. When I first made this, I did like a dark green and then a light green at the top. It's kind of up to you, right? And remember with this, I'm not going to color in the whole thing, but you guys are going to color in the whole thing, and then you're also going to make sure that you don't have any white spots. You're going to make sure that you are finishing coloring, that you are really making sure that everything looks nice as you go on. Make sense, my friends? And that's pretty much it for today. I hope that you guys are doing well, and I hope to see your beautiful art. Bye, my friends.